Versailles, a French city in the Paris region, is known for its magnificent chateaux and gardens. But Versailles is also home to many commuters and is thus a key centre of the French infrastructure.
Versailles est une ville qui est le chef-lieu du département des Yvelines. Elle compte environ 90 000 habitants.
In the interest of meeting this growing challenge, the city of Versailles decided to implement a project called Opération Versailles, in English, Operation Sun King. This project involved adding a new station building and a pedestrian footbridge to the Versailles train station. But how do you go about lifting a 107-ton pedestrian footbridge above the tracks and over a distance of 80 meters and lowering it to where it's supposed to go? This is where the new Terex Superlift 3800 crawler crane comes in. For it is with this crane that the Belgian company Dufour plans to accomplish this Herculean task. The Terex Superlift 3800 lattice boom crawler crane was the obvious choice. It is a compact, solid crane that is easy to transport. The Superlift 3800 crane's advantages do not stop with transport. Its quick connection system allows the superstructure to be installed or removed in less than 15 minutes, improving assembly speed. Its modular design allows it to be quickly set up, and it's easy to use. The crane was assembled in only 3 days by 4 technicians and 2 crane operators.
Terex, on a la grande chance d'avoir une équipe de production pour immortaliser le moment, mais aussi pour faire un retour d'expérience, continuer dans une idée de formation continue. La Terex nous a accompagnés dans l'étude du projet, mais aussi dans l'assistance technique. Terex met à disposition un technicien tout au long du week-end en cas de problème, de panne ou de conseil technique. Nous n'avons pas de frontières, pas de barrières, il y a une communication qui fonctionne très très bien. On a le suivi de Terex en permanence.
The crane is now being prepared for a dry run of the bridge lifting procedure. The purpose of this dry run is to ensure that the crane is fully up to the task of moving the footbridge. The counterweights needed to lift the bridge components will be specifically configured for this task. In the interest of saving time during the main lifting task, one of the bridge components has been placed in its optimal position. The extremely tight schedule and the challenging spatial situation require close cooperation between Dufour, the French National Railroad, SNCF, and city officials. The final safety measures and preparatory measures for the lifting procedure are being carried out. The bridge components will be placed on piers via 2 lifting processes that will take only a few hours. The rear bridge component will be lifted first. For the first phase of the lifting procedure, the boom radius will be increased from 22 to 76 meters, the total weight of the load being 80 tons. For the second phase, the radius will only need to be increased to 51 meters, but at 111 tons, this load will be considerably heavier than the first one. All is now in readiness. A final discussion, and then the lifting procedure begins. The Superlift 3800 will raise the bridge above the train tracks and then lower it via a process that needs to go off like clockwork. In order to prevent the bridge from turning into the wind, the workers will steer against the wind and guide the suspended bridge from the ground. Just before the bridge is lowered, the crane will advance so as to enable the operator to lower the bridge into its correct position. After a short break, the second lifting phase will begin, involving placement of the second half of the bridge. Here too, the process needs to go off like clockwork in order to ensure that the component is lowered to the exact intended position. To this end, the crane will again shift its position. The counterweights will be adjusted so as to enable the second bridge component to be lowered onto the two front piers. Now that the two bridge components are in position just above the piers, the workers can begin realizing the final adjustments. The workers busy themselves with the bridge piers using angle grinders so that the components can be placed in their definitive position. As the first train of the day pulls into the station, the work is nearly completed.
Cette grue est exceptionnelle, bien sûr. Sans elle, cette opération ne serait pas possible. Donc on est très content de l'avoir à Versailles, parce que à Versailles, on n'a pas le droit d'avoir des constructions hautes, ni même des grues hautes. Il faut toujours que l'on soit en dessous du niveau de la chambre du roi. Ça fait partie de l'histoire de Versailles. Et donc aujourd'hui, vous voyez une grue immense qui est beaucoup plus haute que la chambre du roi. Et ça, c'est exceptionnel à Versailles.
The job was completed at 6:30 a.m. on day 7. The bridge is complete and is now firmly in place on its piers. This will pave the way for completion of the new Versailles Chantiers train station. The Terex Superlift 3800 and Dufour crew have done a terrific job. The pedestrian bridge has been successfully installed.